Howdy TPDDL fans and happy Wet Wednesday. I'm thrilled to see that you're joining us for part 2 of our July 4-part Turfgrass series with Dr. Grubbs. In this part 2, she will inform you of what steps you should consider taking before resodding.
The first thing that we should do is evaluate the area that we're trying to replace. How much light does it receive? For most grasses, including even the more shade-tolerant species such as St. Augustine grass, we recommend a minimum of 4 hours of light per day to maintain optimum health. Next, run your irrigation system with a keen eye. What do you notice? Are all of your heads working? Does water pool in one place? Does it run off onto the sidewalk or street quickly or more heavily in other areas? These can be indications of poor infiltration or a faulty irrigation system, both of which can aggravate disease. A good practice is to have your irrigation system inspected and audited by a licensed irrigator at least once per year, typically in March or April, before you start using it regularly. If you haven't already done so this year, maybe have an inspection done prior to a new sod installation. The next thing you should do is have a soil test performed. Soil testing can tell you a lot about the area you're trying to grow your grass in. Consider one soil test per large area. In other words, if you have a front and a backyard, do a soil test for each space, as these areas may be different. There's something really important to keep in mind here. Not all lawns are created equal. Particularly when it comes to soil and fertility needs, each lawn needs to be treated separately in order to get the best results. You can learn more about soil testing on Texas A&M's Soil, Water, and Forage Testing Lab's website. Just visit soiltesting.tamu.edu. When done correctly, soil tests can tell you a lot about what you may need to add or stop adding to your soil. It's good to do this before any sod is purchased, as the findings may affect how the soil is prepared for the new planting. Based on your findings, the next step will be to choose the appropriate turfgrass. You can learn about different turfgrass species and where they're appropriate on the Aggie Turf website. What you had before may not have been the best choice, particularly if now there's more shade in your yard than there used to be.
If you want to do this resod thing right, those were some really good steps you should definitely consider. Now catch us next week for part 3 of our July 4-part Turfgrass series with Dr. Grubbs, when she answers the question, what steps should be taken to prepare the soil for new sod? We'll see you then. Bye.